twem sene na health committee e wo mrahye bedefie eto wo mhugu mbonten so na wo mo ebo wo mani so akoma hospitals ahodo wo memu ehwe sene wo mu si manage yare sabia wo memu no sanso so na sanitation committee so ato wo mhu egu mbonten so a wo mo municipal assemblies ne district assemblies ahodo wo memu ehwe sene ya honi die sem ete omemu wo reporter wo de ba abonten so na ekere se ya honi die ho sem e wo fom ye pa na wo atwipa municipal assemblies ne district assemblies bisa wo no impanyufo e de sobo e bo Zoomlion dwumafo a wo ewo oman mu enam so ma sanitation committee yi etonsa efre Zoomlion dwumafo e impanyufo a wo don dwuma koi e bisa wo enam so ma CEO Ora Joseph Siao e de ho nkyeremu e beto abonten so wo madwuma ne de nka wo bon wo homoden pana so be yemfie mienu ni aban entwia wo ka.
Now, with relative with people who are not working, the sweeper you don't see, they have not been paid for 2 years. And if you are being paid allowances and you are not being paid for 2 years, it's difficult for you to work. And so we have worked with them for past 17 years. We have consistently paid them and pre-finance. We normally even pre-finance the payment. But for the past 2 years, payment have not been coming. And our financial partners who give us money, if they don't see payment coming, they also stop to give us the money. So the reality and the truth must be told.
Opinion nu echi osan efre press conference e de ntire mu bi eto abonten so ekwan a aban efa so etwa Zoomlion dwumayefo no eka o kire dia Zoomlion fo share wo mu dwumedie na ase no na wo mu agi 50 Ghana cedis na so ni sika na wo se wo mu je eni 258 Ghana cedis a na so be yemfie mienu ni aban entumi ntua wo sika no ema wo
of remuneration. The YE contract is here, and the contract is YE who fixed the fee. It's not us. So what the contract speculates in 8.1.2, the agency shall pay an amount of 258 cedis per month to each beneficiary. It's not Zoomlion. The agency. They speculate. So they bring the workers, they fix the fee. In fact, when we started in 2006, it was 50 cedis. Then it came to 150 in 2012. Then it came to 200 in 2019. Then 258. The Honorable, I humbly want to place on record that the hours they work is 3 hours. 3 hours. Minimum 4 hours. Then you are working. So when you equate it to minimum wage of 258 for 3 hours. You understand? So it is 3 hours. And it's allowance. It's not a salary. We even Zoomlion have gone beyond to give them health insurance and other things, registering them and supporting them and group. We have taken some of these riders. Today, some of them are accountants in our company. We train them as a rider. He came in as a rider. He is an accountant. We've taken some of them to China to train them, bring them back. Some of them, we are giving tricycles to them to be self-employed. So we are even upgrading, because you see, by my standard, I've been a farmer before, I've been an informer, I've sold jewelry on the street, I've been a hawker, and I understand how to develop these people, bring them to appreciable level. So some of them, when they even work 3 hours, we allow them to go to container side to get other businesses, give them other skills to get other businesses. So that is the explanation on the remuneration. When you look at our staff here, this woman has been in a company for 70 years. If our salary is not good, we have resigned. You see, so some of the people who are all here, we are taking care of them, but that fee is allowance, and it is when you equate it to minimum wage. You could see that it's not a cheat. It's 3 hours period, and then per day, and then you go and work other places too. But we have discussed with the agency, and they are looking at upgrading it to appreciable level that can satisfy the work.
In Chiremunya beto apon so na chese timemfo so de wo ho agim. Dodo na kire se impanyifo na se imamefo a wo mo kwa abonten so akoye dwumaden se ehwe se ye hu ne die ho nsem ebesi ye no wo mo gi 258 Ghana cedis enya ketua na wo fom dodo na kan ya mama leg basentali why ye boss odinano betuma na o kire se bio ne ma me kwa agi saketua ya nka onye mi han enhwe enti contract aban e de abetu na nim se on sign emfa Zoomlion ho de nya de kra wo sign o hwe se aban ene Zoomlion wom besan atena se aka ho biem na se bio sanka wom akatua no kra wom betum dia ansa na contract no obenya assign enam nsem we nyina ho ama interviews do draw na akoso investigations bebre akoso journalist bakwa wagidin pa orasian ono so aye na nhwehwemu bi.
Zoomlion has made billions of cedis from this contract. The people who are shipping, they don't have insurance, they don't have benefits, they don't have transportation, they don't have SNET. So if anything happens to them, they are on their own. But when you divide the daily earnings of what they take at the end of the month, they cannot buy wache at the roadside. That is, if they come to work 3 to 4 hours and they are going home, what they earn per day cannot buy wache at the roadside. The Zoomlion CEO, Joseph Sienwe Japan, says they don't work for 8 hours, so it is okay. But the question is, if people are paid 250 cedis, why do you need 600 cedis to manage them? And we have 45,000 people. That's on paper. And this company makes about 20 million Ghana cedis every month, whilst the people suffer. I think we've had enough of Zoomlion and its shady dealings. It went to 500 cedis. The workers would get 100 cedis, like 20%, then Zoomlion will get 400 Ghana cedis. Then it continued till it was reviewed somewhere in 2018 or so. Then it went up to 600 cedis. Zoomlion took 420, and the workers took 180 cedis. And then eventually, I think in 2022, it went to 850 cedis. And then Zoomlion would take 600, and the workers would take 250 cedis. This has been the arrangement, and it has never benefited the people who are shipping.
And I'm seeing investigations so ama a communications officer or just one group of companies on also the nya no be e by abrana on TV3 etwetwen komo na host yi ebisa no e fa sian investigations si awaye e homa me kire se sian de ono na wakoye ne hwehwemu bi na ode aba ne ope na oka na onye sure kra say why business da a business wansem e na wo mo kan tin sian wo kan de is not about business e ma obia engine nsem na endi.
The wages that the workers get and what Zoomlion gets?
I told you it's quoted in the contract. The contract says 850.
Right? Is that to say that the numbers that Manasseh is quoting are correct?
He's quoting from the contract. But
so it's correct.
So what he's twisting is that we are the one determining how much goes to the
no, he hasn't said that.
Kemini.
Yes.
If you allow me to respond. And he knows that whatever 600 is going to Zoomlion's management fee, it's not a profit thing. We have listed the kind of things that these things cover. The PPEs that the people are wearing, the logistics that is needed, and all that. You know, I can't fault Manasseh. You haven't done business before. So you don't know what goes into business. So you can sit down and say that, oh, I have gone for a quotation, and because they quoted this amount for me, that is what. There was a time I asked you that, are you telling me that if you come in sitting there, I mean, think about it. If your company goes to Unilever or comes to even just one, and you get an advert, and they give you maybe 1 million for that advert, do they pay that money to you? Do they give you that money because, oh, do you share the money to say that, oh, we are 50 people in the company, and just one has given us an advert of 1 million, so let's all share it? Matter. There are dynamics in business, and I think that for the sake of the work that you do, you owe it to yourself and to the people who listen to you to give them the facts and the truth. Okay? I mean, I'm not against you. If something is not right, criticize it. But twisting things and misinforming people, you have done this over the years, and you know me. I keep quiet over some of these things. Because I think that, well, this is a young man trying to gain, relevance for himself. So don't force him. But you keep doing it and you are pulling people along and deceiving them. It's not right. It's not right. Ask your company if they get an amount of $1 million as an advert. Do they share the money among the staff just because you are working there? Or there are operational costs that goes into that money, and there are other things that goes into that money before salaries are taken. And so, if somebody has been giving you $850, and the contract has stipulated that the workers should be getting $250, and whatever that is left of it is for management. What do you think is going into?
I see. So Sophia.
And which and a hosty ebisa mami say aso. Zoomlion for aketui. Eyema womo anase nyesa se dodro na na ekire saketua no e wo fom maami enya no no wanka ane anada binaso ne nkire mu a o kire nyina kosise wo mo aketua wo mo je no esefata wo
so Sophia, Sophia, is 250 cedis fair wage?
What's that?
I'm asking if 250 cedis is a fair wage for the workers.
Are you asking me?
Yes.
What is a fair wage? What is your fair wage? How many hours do you go to work? When do you start work and when do you close? How much do you get for the end of the month? How much do you get for waking up at 4 a.m. sometimes and closing at 12 midnight sometimes? How much do you get for that? Will you call your salary a fair wage? At the time that this contract started, when the people were receiving 50 Ghana cedis and Zoomlion was pushing for the money to be increased for them, how much was the dollar? How much is the dollar today? Is it my determination that tells you that somebody's salary is fair or another person's one is not fair? If fair wages were okay for Manasseh, he should have been in Ghana today. Why is he out there?
Sophia, this 250 cedis.
It's a relative word. So don't wade yourself into that. It's a relative thing. As to the fairness or unfairness of it, it's a relative thing. Look at what goes into it and ask yourself. Here you are, you and I, we go to work from 8. Sometimes for media people, we sometimes start work at 4 a.m. Ask yourself, are you able to get time off that to go and do other things?
Ebusia Zoomlion semsemi sanitation committee na akofaba na megidi se wo mo e de ehun sema e kwatwi kobrema nyina ebeko akopiem emrahebedefie se ne ebe ya amrahebedafo so ebetena so abobo nsem ho ahwe ama bibia akotodin 7MTV network eso enyi obetumi do adwenkyere at comment section ne afoforo ache kai se obehye dwumedi anase video ya ohwe ama afoforo ama wom so enye bi ahwe subscribe our YouTube na follow page no our Facebook 7MTV network.
7MTV New Vision.